Hello, my little cheesecakes, my little muffin tops. How are you? Hope you're all really well. Today's video is going to be on the differences, in my humble opinion, between the nail art community and the beauty community. This is going to be another ramble. I am making this up as I go along, kind of. So let's just see where we end up. So, I have, is as I mentioned in a previous video, um, that I have been watching YouTube and specifically the beauty community for probably the better part of 12 years now, which is a long ass time. Like, I love YouTube. I watch every day. And I've been watching every day for a long ass time. And so I want to say the way I view these two communities, they are part of the same overarching thing. They all fall under the same umbrella of the beauty community because it's what it is. But the makeup community, which is a much bigger part of this umbrella, and maybe this is probably why, just seems to be a lot more volatile, shall we say? Shall we say? There's a lot more penchant for rivalry, drama, shade, whatever you want to call it, and because of that, channels like, various commentary channels and drama channels have popped up over the years to kind of do our own tabloid reporting on it. Now, the nail art community is a lot smaller and a lot more niche and just a lot more chill. I have noticed. I've been watching nail art videos and kind of been part of the nail art community for a while, a few years now, I think. And this makes me sound like that I do nails, and I don't. I do on myself, but not professionally. But I've been interacting with and subscribed to a lot of nail art channels and have done for a couple of years now. And literally, nothing happens. Like, apart from everybody making some incredible, creative, and beautiful content. And if you love nails, get stuck in because there are some incredible creators out there. Neo Nails and Nail Career Education and Unique Nails. There's loads of them. Honestly, go and have a look. And some amazing companies out there, actually. And they're all incredibly chill. Really chill. Now, the nail art community is getting bigger. Nail Career Education is, I think she's nearly at 2 million subscribers now, something like that. She's not far off. So, and she's the biggest channel on the platform, apart from Christine of Simply Nailogical. And there's just no drama in that community. Probably, I think, because my thought about it is the nail art community is where the beauty community was 10 years ago. In that they're all just a bunch of nerds who really just care about makeup, or in this case, nail art. Really care about nail art. And they literally, don't give a shit about drama or being nasty to each other, or they're all incredibly supportive. It seems to be a really, really supportive community on YouTube. Everyone's really chill and lovely. And you know, and if anybody's doing anything naughty or bad, they're keeping it off social media. The other theory I have is that people who are in the nail art community, as in those who create content, and I think also a lot of the people who watch it, I think they're of an older audience, so they're probably, the maturity there is a lot more. Like, people are a lot more balanced, they're a lot more mature how they approach stuff. So there just really seems to be a lot less shit going on. Whereas in the makeup community, I think the general audience is a lot younger, although I suspect the age range is huge, but I would hazard a guess to say the average is teenagers. If you're going to guess, like late teens is probably the average. And as we all know, impulse control sometimes is not a thing with teenagers. And so people are much more likely to blow up at whatever is going on, or some perceived slight or shade or whatever. But and honestly, I think half the time it's just manufactured for views and stuff, because it sells. People want to watch because they want to see if they're gonna slag somebody off and be shady at somebody subtly on and all this kind of a thing. And or they want to see like what controversial things have been said, or oh my god, who's done this, or blah 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 blah. And it just doesn't happen in the nail community. And yeah, I think that it's just because the community is still relatively small, although it is growing, and the average age of people who are watching and that are also creating content are just we're older, I think. And just everyone just seems to be chill. Like everyone's just nerdy and just wants to share with each other. And I think they would all be making those videos regardless of money. If they weren't making any money or getting PR, they would all still make videos because they just love doing it. There are, and don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people in the makeup community that are doing that same thing. They just make videos and content, and they talk about makeup, and they share their collections, or they want to do tutorials because they just love doing it. They may never ever get monetized. They may never get PR, but they just love doing it. They do it because they're passionate about doing it, and it's really important to them. And by the way, I love watching those people, and I try and find those kinds of people where I can, and people who are they just do it because they really care about it, and that's all that's it. And they would do it regardless of whether they could make money out of doing it or not. They would just do it because they're nerds about makeup. That's it. And I think that's where the nail art community is at. They're just nerds who really love nail art and nail polish, basically. And they just love talking about it, and they love sharing those skills. So, and I really hope and I really want the makeup community, like the bigger influencers, the bigger channels, that's what I want for them, is to go back to that and make those videos and make that content, because they just are crazy about it. They eat, breathe, sleep it. They want to help each other out. They want to share tips. They want to all that kind of stuff. Like I do miss, as somebody who views content more, because I used to try and make it badly, never got anywhere with it, but I miss the kind of camaraderie, especially between the smaller channels. There's at least when I was a lot more active, 5-10 years ago, there was a lot more camaraderie, and there kind of isn't now. And that still exists within the nail art community. Please, any nail art content creators, if you're watching this, please do not ever lose that, because you don't know how incredible and beautiful that is. So please just be nice to each other. Keep being nice to each other. And keep being nerds, because for me as a viewer, I massively, massively appreciate that, and I massively love it. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say. What do you think? What are your opinions? Why do you think that there is drama in one community? Is it just manufactured? Is it much bigger than it actually is? Why do you think there's not drama in the other community? Also, if you really like what I have to say, I would love to have you on board. I try and post videos kind of as regular as I can. Once or twice a week, or sometimes more. Just depends on what I feel like talking about, and if I feel like sitting down and talking about something. But if you agree with anything I say, or you're just interested in watching me That would be really great. I'd love to have you on board. Other than that, thank you so much and take good care of yourselves. And I'll see you on the flip side. Take care.